All right, make this real quick. This is how I have my Alice pack set up on a 1606 down east frame. And my goal here was to make a like a ruck for under $100. So this is basically what it looks like. There's some pros and cons to it. Ended up getting the MOLLE straps and dyeing them chocolate brown, and that's what you see here. I did add a handle to it. Pretty simple, right? But I'll go into detail on how I did this and what all the components are. So first of all, I put some straps in here so I could have a sleep system underneath it. Here in a minute, I'll show you that there's actually a lot of room underneath a Alice medium when you're using a 1606. And here's what I was talking about earlier. There's a lot of room underneath here. Stood up, but the problem with it though is it doesn't, it won't stand up on its own without something underneath here, whether you put a sleeping pad or mat or something, and it makes it kind of awkward to use actually. The load lifter straps, I did not use the MOLLE attachment. I just basically rigged this up. It's very similar to this FILBE pack is what and so that way you can just take it off, take the pack off. This would be your load lifter. And right now I'll take the pack off and show you exactly how I attach the MOLLE straps to the frame. To hold the sleep system to the pack, I basically took a strap, wound it through like this, put this through here so it would stay snug. Like this, and that's how I held the sleep system to the pack. Pretty simple. To attach the pack on the 1606, I just use basically the same way you would to an Alice frame. The only difference is I think I went around twice. No, I didn't. I just went around once. This is the part where you just strap it around. It's not exactly, well, it's probably better than the Alice frame as far as the way it lays out, but that's basically how I would attach that to that. To keep everything secure and tight, I basically just put a strap through the frame, ran it around, ran it through the front pocket straps like this, and then that way you can cinch everything down, keep everything tight if you don't have it full. And once the load lifter buckles are undone, just take those apart and the pack just lifts right off. And that is okay, so here's the meat and potatoes. This is probably the most interesting of all this. So this is a MOLLE II rucksack strap system onto a 1606, which was primarily for the FILBE pack. And this one here, it's not even a real Down East Industries. It's a knockoff. It's from AliExpress. I'll leave a picture of it. Something to keep in mind, if there's different types of MOLLE II shoulder straps. If you get the Woodland variant, these are closer together and you could probably actually use these and go in between like it's actually supposed to be done. This is the later version. It was an OCP. I dyed it chocolate brown, obviously, but I'm not really happy about the way it's going to be pulling against that stitch right there as I tighten it down. Not a real fan of it, but most of the weight is going to be taken by this guy here, which is fine probably as it pulls up. This is probably just to keep it. This is mostly just to keep it against the frame. So that'll probably work, but this is how I have it set up. You're going to need to do something with load lifters. Like I said, the ones that come with the MOLLE II system don't work with this frame. You have to use that, I don't even know the number on the frame, the Army frame. But this will work. This will get it done. You do have to take this apart because it won't slide through here with this stuff. But you just have to use a seam ripper, get that apart. Kind of looks nasty. I could probably cut it and burn it. This one looks even worse. But it died pretty well. As far as the hip belt, the one with the FILB has a big pad right here that pushes against there, and you strap it this way. But if you're to get a longer torso, you'll want to use the bottom two. And that's about it. I think I'm going to take this off. I am going to put a FILB pack back on this frame and see how it is. I think there's some misconceptions about Alice packs being uncomfortable. It all depends on the frame. You could use a nice frame from Mystery Ranch and it would be extremely comfortable. I think this is a pretty good middle of the road for price and everything. If you just didn't want to deal with any of this, you could probably just go straight to Down. Actually, I know you could go straight to Down East Industries and purchase one of their pad sets. It comes with mounted on a 1606 frame, and I'll show you that. But there it is.